Okay, let's take an integral of this function of x. So the function is 3x plus 2, and we're going to evaluate the integral of the function between x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. Well, this is a polynomial, so we're going to use the rules for taking an integral of a polynomial. And it's integrated between x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. So that's really just like saying if the integral is the area under a curve, then if you look at the curve would be a function with x as the horizontal direction, and we're looking at the area between x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. So that's the integral from 1 to 2 of the function, which is 3x plus 2. And that's with respect to x. So how do we do that? What we end up doing is taking the derivative, the integral. We take the integral and we evaluate it at 2, and then we take the integral and we evaluate it at 1, subtract them both off. So let's take the integral first. 3x becomes 3x squared over 2. 2 becomes 2 times x divided by 1, which is just 2x. And then there's a constant of integration. We don't really need the constant of integration. It turns out it gets subtracted off. But I'll put it there for completeness. We're evaluating between 1 and 2. X is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. So let's see what that looks like. 3x squared over 2 evaluated at x is equal to 2 is going to be 3 times 2 squared all over 2 plus 2 times 2 plus c. That was evaluated at 2, and then we take the same thing evaluated at 1. 3 times 1 squared divided by 2 plus 2 times 1 plus c. And let's do the math. It's nice to realize that the c's here cancel. We've got a c here and it cancels off with the c over there. So I really didn't have to put in my c's, my constant of integration at all. A definite integral is definite. We know what the answer is. We don't have to worry about the initial conditions to figure out what the final answer is. So 3 times 2 squared divided by 2 is just 6, plus 2 times 2 is 4, minus, in the parentheses, we have 3 halves. 3 halves plus 2 times 1 is just 2. And the c's went away and c's canceled. And I get that to be something like 13 halves. If I do 13 halves, if I want to do it that way, or 6.5 if I want to do it that way. No idea what the units were, but we don't know what the problem was to begin with anyway. And that's our answer.